Well, it's no surprise that playing in a park is good for a young person's physical health. But there's a remarkable program that's part of LA Rec and Parks that's good for a young woman's emotional and mental health. It's called Pretty in Pink. So it's basically a conference.
Yes,
It's a conference.
Okay, so it's one day.
Yes.
When did you realize that this was something that you needed to support and actually help them with?
Well, after going to one of the conferences, I saw how large it was, and from that, I knew that there needed to be more sponsorship. I mean, they were really going out scrambling on their own, trying to get people to come in and actually assist with purchasing items for them. So as a department, we could get that support to get more funding for the program.
The girls were interested in some of the more serious topics and not necessarily just the goodie bag.
Yes. I know for me, one of the things that I heard a lot of girls talk about was self-esteem. And I would hear comments that they will make about themselves and they weren't positive, or they will hear comments at school and they'd be like, well, the whole school thinks I'm ugly. Or I heard girls talk about the color of their skin, or, you know, the tint, like different things like that. So I'm like, self-esteem is like really important, and I think we definitely need to touch on that. And I think when we have those sessions and we have women that are of different ethnicities come and speak to them and tell them about their struggles, I think it empowers them and lets them know that like those faulty thoughts that I had are not true, because here is a woman standing in front of me who has done it, who's achieved, who's overcome.
It's hard enough to be a young woman in this world, but you know, to actually be able to voice it. Were you surprised that the girls were willing to talk? Because sometimes it's difficult to express yourself when you're young and you're not really quite sure what you're thinking in your head. Were you surprised at what the girls said at these conferences?
I was and I wasn't. The thing that helped some of the girls is that they were able to interact with different girls from different communities. So then it was the sense of, oh, I'm not by myself. I'm hearing from other, girls from the Valley or from East LA or, South LA, and they're seeing that they're basically having the same issues.
Okay, so if somebody wants to learn more about this program, what's the easiest, best, and most direct way for them to find out?
I would say laparks.org. Just go to our website and definitely they would contact us, and that way they would find out more.
And then I imagine there's some things beyond the website as well.
Right, so we have our Facebook page and our Instagram page, which is at Pretty in Pink Empowerment.
I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.